And welcome back to Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 270. And the last time there was a 70 in our podcast number episodes, it was 2 years ago.
God damn. That's a long time.
Yeah, I could even tell you if I scrolled fast enough. August 2021 was the last time there was a 70 in our podcast
It
title.
do be back there. That's a long way.
There was a segment I forgot we used to do. That was what did we talk about 100 episodes ago? But I completely forgot about that.
Oh shit. When did that stop?
I don't know. Like at least a year. Like, it feels probably a long ass time ago. Okay, let me go back.
When did we just completely forget about that?
That was a whole segment. Oh wow, this is even helpful. Apparently, we talked about stuff that I forgot to. Yeah, nothing.
Oh, good. Great.
Episode title is Chucko.
Chucko?
Chuck-O. No idea.
Who the fuck is Chucko?
Exactly. 2 years ago. Who knows? Chucko? Chucko? Chuck E. Cheese?
I got no clue who Chucko
Oh!
is.
Well, we must have been talking about, Midwest, that's the game we play in Pennsylvania called frickin'
Cornhole?
Cornhole.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's
That
what they
probably
call
is
it.
what that is.
Chucko.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Yeah, interesting topic. So,
No, fair.
Bruno.
Nick, what's up?
Fucking, this weather. I swear to God.
It doesn't know what it wants.
Some of the loudest thunder I think I've ever lived through has happened the past, 2 weeks. I'm talking about, Madeline and I in the middle of the night getting, shocked awake because I think, something's getting hit by lightning, right next to me.
I don't think I've gotten that. No.
I swear, it's not just lightning's loud, but I think the lightning has been happening right over our house.
I know what you mean, and I get that sometimes, but I haven't gotten it. Not recently.
I don't know if I've ever been awakened by lightning this way before, but it has been what? And I'm jumping because I'm what just got exploded?
Yeah, no, I don't got that. I can tell you how many lightning strikes I got though.
Does your weather thing track lightning strikes?
I got 41 strikes today. Apparently recently. Huh. All right.
I think this weekend's supposed to be the hottest weekend of summer.
Oh, good.
Hottest weekend mixed with I think the highest humidity.
Love that.
I think it was 77 plus.
The 22nd, I had 256 lightning strikes.
God, what?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a shit ton.
But yeah, no, this weather has been quite annoying. It's been hot, it's been stormy as fuck, and it's been, just annoying. I didn't know if you got the lightning. Apparently you didn't.
Nope, have not. I had that one storm though. That was a nasty storm. We got 3 inches of rain or something.
Yeah, it refilled my pool.
I bet. It's a lot of water.
93 degrees with
Oh God,
real fill
that's
tomorrow is
disgusting.
102. I'm trying to find if it tells me what percentage humidity they're expecting.
I'm supposed to be at 50% in the heat of the day.
Yikes.
Which is disgusting. 56 at 91 degree or 93 degrees. Blech.
I don't like that.
And then tomorrow, I think it's even worse. It's 50% at 95. Or, sorry, not tomorrow. It's Friday. Yeah. Tomorrow when you're listening. Uh,
Yep. Fucking, I love.
God.
I'm fine with like the warm summer, but I don't need it to be like kill ya hot. Like, can it be like just hot, not without like kill ya hot?
Yeah, like give me Sunday through Wednesday. It's like 80 ish
Yeah, it's
with
good.
like 30%, or no, that's still 50%. Also,
Yeah.
like at nighttime, it'd be nice to like crack a window open or something, but it's like 90% humidity every day.
Yeah, no, that bad. That's like you go outside and you just feel bad. Like you can't even just go outside and enjoy it. It's like everything feels sticky. Everything feels like you're swimming through the air.
Yeah, no. Not great.
I'm straight up not having a good time, bro. Um, but yeah, those we had some bad storms out in Indiana at work, and we lost some power out there. And I was like, I think we lost it for like 5 hours. Not five. Let me think, 4. But it was like I was looking around everywhere to see if like a tornado hit anything, but nothing that I could tell. I was in the tornado mood after our Steve video.
Yeah, we watched that Steve video and your Steve was chasing a tornado.
Um, did you ever watch his video with the fires
I don't know.
on step 2?
Oh, no, I did not. No.
Pretty
Should
funny
I?
video, honestly.
Okay. I'll have to take a look at it.
It's just highlighting all the stupid ways he's made fires over the years, and you've kind of forgotten all the dumb ways he's tried to light fires over the years.
Yeah,
Remember
fair.
the sparklers that made like a thermite explosion?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, it's just like a bunch of dumb shit like that.
Yeah, I bet. I'll probably have to look at
Um,
that. It'll be good.
worth the watch. Um, but he put me in the storm chaser mood because we were
Yeah.
talking the other day about it, and I'm like, I would. It's a bucket list item for me to like go to the Midwest and like go chase down a big old twister.
Really?
I
You'd
I
want to
feel
do it
like
that
it's just
much?
like such a force in like it's such an
True.
unprecedented sight of nature to see.
Yeah, for sure.
That and I probably will never see it, but I've always wanted to see snow lightning.
Ah. I'm trying to. I feel like I might have once, but I don't know. So it must not have been
Just
too impressive to me if I don't remember it.
that's the thing. It's supposed to be really impressive
And maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe I didn't see it at all. I'm
because
trying
it's
to
so
think.
everything's so white that the light reflects it and everything gets like super bright.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have. I don't think I've seen it. Northern
It's
Lights would
like
be cool too. Like good ones.
yes, I do want to see them, but I do want to go to um Greenland. I want to go to Greenland, so that's on my list of being able to visit there one day and experiencing it up
Okay,
there.
that'd be cool.
I want to do the geothermal stuff. I want to see the cool like rock stuff. See the northern lights.
Fair, fair.
Yeah, snow lightning. Fucking just everything lights up.
Yeah, that sounds
Um,
cool.
that a tornado. Um, not really. Don't really give a shit about a hurricane. It's just like it's just like a bad storm, but for a while. Nothing too.
Yeah, I feel like that's not. It's just like a lot of rain and wind. It's not like a tornado's like this development. It feels like, and this whole event. I feel like
Yeah,
a hurricane's just like a shitty storm for a long time.
I would like a. I I assume we'll get one of these days, but I am super in the mood for just a massive fucking snowstorm. I'm
Can we
talking
step
like
down from massive to large?
why?
Because massive is a real pain in the ass.
What are you gonna do? Take yourself out and just wait for it to melt.
I guess.
You're gonna use your like a tractor to like push a bunch of snow. Like what? You got
Yeah. It's just it takes a long time to clear snow.
You're
That's
probably
all.
gonna warm up your thermos with a warm liquid, and that thermos is probably from like the 70s, because you'd be like, "Oh, this is the best thermos I've ever had." And you put on a jacket that's probably like, "Oh, I've had this jacket since the 90s. It's the warmest jacket I've ever had."
Nah, I turn into the Michelin Man.
Yeah,
I turn into the Carhartt Man. Okay,
just fully bundled out.
I've got um insulated bibs,
Mm,
like the overalls without sleeves,
yeah.
and then my Carhartt jacket. And I just turn tan. But God, it takes forever. Like
See,
to clear a foot of snow takes me like 2.5, 3 hours.
whatever. You get to operate heavy machinery for 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, I know.
That's some people's dreams.
I understand that. But like it'd be so much better if it had a cab. I wouldn't be complaining about it.
Be better if you just pave the driveway. But
It's on the to-do list, man.
whatever. Just pour.
It's a lot of money to pave a driveway. I don't know if you know that or not.
I'm sure it is, but like it's a real annoyance not to pave a driveway.
Yeah. But then
I don't know.
like now I have a paved driveway. It's just different things that I have to be careful about, kind of thing.
Maybe the Amazon drivers won't get stuck.
That Amazon driver would probably have gotten stuck worse if my driveway was paved.
But I see.
Well, he dropped off of my driveway. So he would have dropped off of a paved stone or a paved driveway just as bad, if not worse.
Ah, it's fine.
You know,
I hear if they're stuck there for 24 hours, you get the whole van worth of stuff.
that sounds great. I could make that happen.
Do it. Let's do it.
You know, it's just like if I'm so torn. Like I have a good stone driveway. If I pave it, then I have to worry about keeping pavement nice. I don't know. It's like I can be rough with my stone driveway.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rough with a pavement driveway.
Fair.
And it's like half a car to buy.
Maybe Asphalt Bruno gets out there and B dot puts in the labor.
I mean, I did put in the labor by making a nice driveway.
Yeah.
And they'd probably have to tear it up. They'd probably have to take some of my driveway away to do it right.
Ah, that's not the B dot I know. The B dot I know would definitely figure out how to do it.
I don't know, man. It's definitely like one of those things, but every time I think about it, I'm on the fence, and I don't know.
Ah, I'm sure. I'm sure the bureaucracy will get approved through the B dot system. But we'll see it one day.
Well, who knows?
Um. Yeah, no, I want big snow. I want, I want to have to actually use my snowblower and like be happy I have it, and not just like a big ass thing sitting in my garage.
Fair. That's fair.
Um,
Like, okay, how much is a big ass snowstorm?
at least a foot.
Okay, I can deal with a foot. No problem.
At least a foot. When's the last time we've had a storm that put down a foot of snow in
It's
one
been a
storm?
couple years. It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
See, like when I think big ass, I'm thinking like closer to 3 foot.
Well, that's what I said at least a foot.
Yeah, I know. Like three
I
foot is like society shutting down almost for a day or two.
I don't know. Buffalo, they got like 4 feet of snow, and then like 3 days later was fine. I don't know. That's what I want.
Exactly, and I don't know. I don't know if we would be fine in. Probably.
I don't know. Maybe.
My concern is just like getting fuel for a generator. Also, I don't know if my generator's running right. Actually, no. I know my generator isn't running right.
Oh,
So let me fix that first.
you know. Well, you don't have a natural gas generator?
No. Also, it would be propane or
Oh,
diesel.
sorry.
I don't know which, but
Sorry. Not natural. They're the same shit.
they're not. But it's okay.
They're so interchangeable. You can just like it's like what, a couple fittings and they burn the
You have to change the jets because propane is a different like fuel value.
but you could take they would still burn it fine. You just have to change the fittings to like actually accommodate the gas. Cuz I thought that was the whole shit where like
I think.
stoves are fine to do either. Like so apparently um the main street right at the end of my block has a natural gas line through it. They just never brought it down the street. The people across the street from us, um, they pivoted away from oil and they just have a massive propane tank in their backyard.
Yeah.
But they are hoping that they bring the natural gas line through and then they'll ditch the tank and
Yeah. So
uh
so yeah, you can run propane and natural gas in generators,
okay,
but it is a little bit of changing over kind of thing.
gotcha. See now?
But yeah, like I guess I wouldn't have it too hard. I can get fuel from like a mile away no matter what. So that's easy enough.
I assumed you had like a little little stockade of fuel for your different vehicles.
Not really. Like I think I have 4 gas cans in total. Sorry,
Okay.
4 fuel cans. 2 of them are gas, 2 of them are diesel.
Gotcha.
But I have a commercial fueling station a mile down the road that even if the power is out, they run generators for the pumps.
Yeah.
So I know that I always have fuel and it's not far away. I would just have to get there.
See?
So like even if there's a foot of snow on the road, I could get there.
Bam. And you have the new truck. That thing can like
That's why I'm confident with a foot of snow. Easy.
I'm just
Between
surprised
that,
you
the
didn't
Razor or the tractor, one of them will make it.
exactly. Again, I'm still surprised you don't have a natural gas one that would hook up to your like massive supply of natural gas, but
Yeah, well, cost.
propane, whatever. I don't care.
So the thing is, I don't need that much power. Usually those are like 15 kilowatt generators. I need like 4.
Mine some Bitcoin.
I don't. I don't think it would be profitable to mine Bitcoin during a power outage.
But if you're making all this excess power,
Yeah, I guess.
what are you gonna do? Have someone city skylines connect to your city, buy your excess power,
Yeah. Yep. You got it.
sell it to your grandma?
She has her own generator.
Well, see, you just buy one generator and hook both houses up to it, and then bam.
There you
And now
go.
you're at 8. Now you're like at 8.
There you go. That's all we need. I mean, she needs like 1. She doesn't need shit.
Okay, you're at 5. Add your other like aunt's house to it. bam, that's like maybe like
I can't do her. Nope, no way.
no.
Nope. She has way too much shit that's electric.
We'll see. Now you're towards the 15, and the
I
the
don't
cost
think
of split.
15 is enough for her.
Oh fuck! What?
Yeah.
What is she running? Heated
Every
towel racks?
appliance in her home is electric.
What fucking heated towel racks?
She's got geothermal heat, which has an electric backup. She's got electric water heater. It's just like those. That combination is terrible.
Yeah.
Not good.
But you know, as long as I don't lose power, I do have power. I do have above ground power lines here, which I do not enjoy as much, but whatever.
Yeah, that's
All my
why I
life I've
lose
lived.
power.
I think they're pretty good here, but like all my life has been underground power lines.
Might have gotten better because all the ones that break get replaced.
Yep. Um. But
I think
anyways,
I think there's a tree leaning on the power line, like right there, too, which kind of is not great.
let me see if I can Google Map something real quick. There's one right by my work that like it used to like lean on a 45.
Oh, good. That's always nice to know.
It fell over.
Oh, lovely.
State Drive. I think they recently took pictures, which is going to be disappointing. Um, it's like in the middle of a farm field. Oh, getting down 22 November. So I think it's after they replaced it. But I think it's still a little fucked up. I'm clicking.
Ooh, he's clicking.
Well, it's maps, so you know you click like
I know, I know.
here you go. It's definitely better than it used to be. Um, oh, and then here's the other good one. So that one used to bend a lot more.
Yeah, they might have whacked that with a planter or something.
There's this one a little bit farther
I
down
could see that.
too.
Oh, yeah, that looks good. Love that.
Yeah. And this is fixed, by the way. Like these are like better than they used
These
to
are the
be.
better ones.
Yeah, those things
Gotta
again,
love that.
they were like bent. Like
That's good.
the ground is very supple from years of farming. Like it's not a solid. It's very tilled and aerated and moisturized.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
I don't think it's like the appropriate land you would put telephone poles on, but who am I? Who am I to know? Um,
Mm,
but yeah.
I think I might have found the thing that I'm talking about, but it's pre it happening. Oh, I got a new picture. Apparently,
Damn,
I got a new picture at my house.
they were just there. They were
So,
basically right
like,
there.
do you see that tree that looks
Yeah.
dead in the background?
Uh-huh.
Right there?
Yep.
Yeah, that fell over onto the power lines.
Ah, well.
I think it's still just sitting there, too. I'm not sure.
Free firewood.
I got enough of that.
See, the only thing that does suck with power is that even though I have a alternative based heat source, um, because I have oil and not gas, we don't have a pilot light, and it's
Mm,
an electric starter. So
yeah.
it's electric. It at least needs electric to. It's like a car, honestly. Starts the engine with an electric starter.
Yeah. I do not have any of those. Wait, no. I do have those. My bad. I do have those.
You have what?
Electric start pilot lights.
Oh, but once your pilot light's lit, isn't it fine? Like,
Or sorry, I don't have pilot lights. I have electric starts. I don't know
do
what the
really?
fuck I'm. Yeah.
I
So
thought
like if
all.
my
I didn't realize that. I thought all gas was just pilot. Like it was a pilot. I didn't. Oh, okay.
nope.
I did not know that.
Yo, my grandmother is like right in front of the house in her car on Google Street View. This is crazy.
She's just staring at it.
Like maybe she might have been coming from my house, actually. Oh no, she was just driving down the road.
You following her down the road?
I'm trying to see where she came from.
Are you tracking her?
Yeah, I am.
Hey, what were you doing in May 2023? What are you talking
Yeah,
about? Oh yeah, the Google was following you. Oh, you could
yeah.
freak her out.
Google got you.
You might be able to really freak her out. Be like, oh, look at this,
That's
I'm
neat.
tracking.
Well, my shed's all closed up, so I wasn't outside that day.
So, so she
Huh?
was interesting.
Crazy.
Um, you know what else is interesting?
No, what?
All the friends we made along the way with our place, 2023 edition.
Stupid.
You did not participate.
I did not. It's crazy that they just threw that up just to try and please people and make them happy. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. Also, the canvas was massive.
Yeah, they made it really big last time.
Well, I think this one was bigger.
Yeah. I don't I feel like that's not it's good and bad. Like it's good because it lets more people participate and do something. But there's something about forcing people into a small box, you know?
Yeah.
It forces conflict kind of thing.
Um. Uh. So I don't think place as a whole should be done every year. The same way. I definitely think um it loses special every time it happens. But I wish they would find creative ways to play upon the idea of place. Like instead of trying to just redo place and add space different ways, but like redo the concept of like I don't know, like voting systems where like people get to vote on colors and like so if you're gonna do it for 3 days, like every 12 hours, people get to vote on like two additional colors.
Okay, fair.
Um, or like I said, start like not selling, but like find ways that if you're gonna add 10, 10,000 10 by 10s like squares, find ways for people to compete for those places through some
Mhm.
different way. And then it's communities trying to like win squares next to each other so they can make bigger pictures like
Oh, so you're trying to make like a interesting
like
like land claiming.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
land claim and
I like
then
that.
I feel like you could pivot the idea of place into others like same ideals of you're going to use pixels to make art, but I think you could diversify the experience of it for a lot of them to feel one off in different ways. Instead of just like an open canvas, make people have to compete or like do something or a community vote or um something. I think you could
Yeah.
like I think you could get a team of creative people to think of different ways to affect our place so that would always feel similar but fresh. Do I like seeing the picture in the end? Do I like seeing the stuff? Yeah. But again, I think it'll lose special if we are always trying to like fuck up the Canadian flag or, do this or that.
Dude, that fucking
But
Canadian flag. Why do they always have so much trouble?
people just love hating it. Um, but yeah, that was my thought. Is that because they added a bunch of colors at the end, and there was a bunch of space that I think a lot of small communities were able to get their own little things in.
Yeah,
Um,
which is cool.
I think there's a way to keep it fresh and keep doing it on a pseudo regular basis without killing it, which
Yeah.
I'd love to see. I like the community aspect of it all.
Yeah. And I would like it to have more time when people aren't just pissed at Reddit. I think
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that was that was the weekend for me, just staring at place. I had it up like all the time. Um, what else? Oh, you know what today was?
The day that turns a Tuesday into a Thursday?
Always. It was UFO day.
UFO day. Really?
Yeah. Um, I I don't know. The short of it all is I don't know what's kind of going on. I don't really understand it all. On the long of it, I think there are aliens apparently. That's
Okay.
kind of
Apparently.
well, allegedly. So, on the UFOs key takeaways from July 26th hearing Reddit post, there's a lot of points. Um, one of which is like we have a craft in non-human biologicals. We have um shot down shit, um interdimensional shit, um bunch of shit. I don't know. Long short of it is there might be aliens and we might have some shit,
Interesting. Okay,
but there might be like
fair.
I don't know if it's like um I don't know. On one hand, I don't believe it because I just still don't believe like we'd randomly find them. On the other hand,
Yeah.
like what if a lot of issues
I don't
are,
know how they would keep this hush hush.
you know,
Like, it would involve too many people, in my opinion.
see that's like I guess that's the crux of it all. It's the idea of is how competent is our government. I mean,
Like, and that's basically what I'm saying is I don't think that it's such a huge secret to keep. And there would have to be a certain number of people involved. And not a small number.
yeah,
Somebody would talk about it. And maybe it's like just so crazy that people don't think it's real, and maybe that's the case. I don't know. But somebody would talk about it.
yeah, and that's the whole. Well, that's I don't know because that's like the idea of like all everyone knows about Area 51, but like no one knows about Area 52. Like, you know, they let us they let us think certain things. Like, do you let people talk up Area 51 and keep it so secure and stuff because it's a great cover for people not paying attention for the other thing and like I don't know. I don't know. Historically, we covered up things. I don't know if you're a Barbie Oppenheimer movie watcher to see both on the same
No,
weekend,
not at all.
but that whole project was like secret for like years.
Yeah.
Somehow we hit it that we were testing big old bombs, telling people like ammunition depots were exploding. So I don't know. But you're right. I On the other hand, though, if we got some cool tech that like stops us from having to figure out tech ourselves, that'd be
That'd be
pretty
cool.
sick. That's like the basis of every like advanced world movie was, oh, we found this random tech that just makes us not have to figure it out ourselves.
That would be
What
pretty
was
cool.
oh, it's the one, it's the long ass movie, Interstellar.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just like wasn't like half the premise that like future selves like came back and gave them old.
Yes, it was like he got too close to a black hole and went in the future and was in the fourth dimension trying to tell people to either do or not do things.
Yeah. We're basically living in Interstellar, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That just means we get to scream at like corn and be like, corn, Murph.
Yeah, Murph. It's all about the Murph.
But I don't know. So keep an eye out for the skies, Bruno. Keep an eye out. You never know what's coming up or down.
Never know.
Um. Oh wait, I saw a thing from our place I never sent.
Speaking of UFOs, I was on uh, YouTube
Yeah. Do you have a YouTuber?
and not really. I might be able to find the channel that it was, anyways. But he was testing rock climbing equipment, something called a UFO. And it's you ever see those weird cam lock things that you shove in a crack of a rock and they
Yeah, and
expand and
everyone's like, I don't really trust that, but then they're like, oh, look how safe this is, and they're like dangling from it, and you're like,
Sure. So like take that but make one for a country that bans metal climbing instruments that go into rocks.
who does that?
Apparently like Germany and a couple other European countries are like no metal, not allowed.
Oh, that's kind of like concerning.
So basically what this thing is, and it's called a UFO, and that's why it came up. It's like a piece of webbing that's a shell that then has rubber on the outside of it. So you're
Hmm.
rubber against rock, and it's shaped like a wedge a little bit. And then another hunk of webbing that's like rolled up, so it has multiple layers and is in the shape
Okay,
of a triangle, slides into that, and you tie into that wedge. So the wedge pushes out on the rubber to hold on to the rock, and then you're tied to the wedge that's then pulling and pushing out. It's this whole thing. So he was testing them. Apparently, under the
trust
right
that.
circumstances, they can do well.
That doesn't make me feel safe.
It probably wouldn't make me feel safe either.
That's good. That's reassuring.
Yeah.
Speaking of Germany,
They're
they're
number
super into
one.
our place. They
Yeah.
fucking love our place.
Well, they always had that giant ass flag that covered the whole fucking screen.
Yeah, no, they love our place. They very much.
I guess so, huh? That's a
And
lot of
France.
that's a lot of pixels.
But yeah, that was man. I think rock climbing. Oh, um, I saw it was some meme. It was Earth is the biggest rock most people or almost every person will ever stand on. Um, why the fuck do you need to climb smaller ones? That's my 2 cents of rock climbing.
That's an interesting one.
You're already standing on the biggest fucking rock you'll ever stand on. Why
It's
do you
the
need to?
biggest, but it's not the tallest. People love tall things.
I
Why
don't
would
know.
people climb trees?
I don't
Were
like
you a
those
tree
people.
climber as a kid?
No,
No?
my trees. All the low branches were cut off.
Hmm. You missed that part of life, huh?
All the low branches were cut off because they were like dead.
Yeah. Fair.
I don't know. The freaking the climbers that are not bouldering. Who are the free climbers?
Free
What's
solo.
that called? Free solo?
Free
Dumb
solo
as
is
fucking
like climbing with nothing. You're just climbing.
dumbest dumbest fucking people I've ever seen. They're just
I feel
super
like it might have been on that same YouTube channel. People talking about climbing, and they're like, it was a story that I heard of this guy's gassed. Like, he's tired as shit, trying to fumble with rigging and trying to put in this cam thing to hold himself up. And out of nowhere, this dude is like right next to him going, "Hey, calm down. You got this. You're okay." And he looks over, and this guy has like 1 foot dangling, just chilling. He's helping him with one hand. Dude's got no ropes, nothing.
it's
Like 1 hand, 1 foot holding on to this scary ass rock that this dude with full ropes is terrified of. And it's just like, yeah, you're fine. You got this.
it's just such a dumb concept of like I don't know. They're just like super adrenaline junkies that like
Yeah.
now their idea is like hanging off a cliff face.
Climbing isn't good enough with ropes. I got to do it without them.
Like I don't think they should be praised because again, I think like the only way these are the people that like the only way they end up happy in life is like doing these like massively dumb stunts that
Yeah. Or like
like
climbing a building.
the what was the guy that uh was it the parachuter from space that fell into a net, or was that just two different separate like free falling or skydiving things that I'm thinking
I
of?
think that was two separate. Because
Okay.
the Red Bull Felix Baumgartner, I think his name was,
Yeah.
that was the space one. He was the guy that went from like way up there
Yeah.
in a weather balloon thing capsule and
And
jumped.
he wasn't the net guy because that was a
I don't
different one.
think he was a net guy. I think the net guy was just like skydiving with no parachute into a net,
Right.
which is also crazy.
But like it's like the dumb shit. Like you've now like you probably went from skydiving with like, start with like a person
I
to
think you
doing it
have
by
to.
yourself
Yeah. Yep.
to then probably doing the glider shit.
Or like low open shoots.
Yeah. And now you've exhausted all that adrenaline to the point where now you don't want to have the shoot. You just want to land in a giant net.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know.
We
Lewis
need to lock
Hamilton's
those
super,
people in rubber rooms. Rubber rooms with rats.
Lewis Hamilton is really into skydiving.
It sounds like something he shouldn't be able to do.
Um, does it a lot. Like I think he's close to his hours. I think he's reaching the point where he can do the squirrel suit.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's super into it.
That's
Um,
also another terrifying thing. Those videos of people in
yeah.
the wingsuits going like feet off the ground at Mach Jesus past trees. Terrifying.
Um, I f- come on, trying to. Hamilton did a total of 10 jumps during his Sunday off from racing, according to Joe. Like, I think he
10 in
does
a
it a lot.
day?
Like this article makes it seem
Jesus
like
Christ.
um copy paste. Um, again, I'm pretty sure he's like super into it. But again, he races like the fastest car. I'll give all the F1 guys this. Racing in the open wheel tires without a halo. Those guys had like that's just crazy to me.
Just crazy. I'm surprised that
Hmm,
his contract allows him to skydive. Honestly, that's kind of crazy to me. It's a little surprising.
I don't know. When you're like the best, you kind of get a lot of like negotiating power.
Yeah, true.
Um, yeah, I think I do not remember. I feel like it's maybe just like a Reddit like post about maybe he said something in an interview once about wanting to do it, but he's definitely getting towards his hours.
I believe it.
It's like what, 15? I think it's like
With 10 a
1500.
day, that's a lot.
Because you need, I think you might know the number, but you need so many jumps to do the suits.
Probably. I know that there are licenses.
How
Um,
to
so like
get
skydiving
20
license, skydiving A license, you need 25 jumps. B is 50 with 30-minute minimum free time. Like fall free time, free fall time. C is 260 minutes. D is 503 hours.
damn.
Um, A is unsupervised jumping. B is eligible to become a coach. C is to get an instructor rating. D. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what a D does.
You get to fly the plane and jump out of the plane. You get to like pilot style, just like walk out the back and be like, "See you later." Um,
Okay, steps to get into wingsuit flying. All right,
steps.
learn to skydive.
Well, seems self-explanatory.
Step 2, make 200 jumps within 18 months.
Within 18 months. Okay,
That's a lot.
that's not when you do 10 a day.
Apparent that's like one every third day.
Yeah.
Enroll in a wingsuit first jump course, get gear, hire a wingsuit coach. Crazy.
You know what's crazy? Like the first set of people that got into this shit, there were no people into this shit, so they had to like.
Yeah. Somebody started doing this and was like, yo, we need rules for this.
And this isn't like a, oh, this has been happening for like decades. Like this is pretty like this is all relatively new. Probably safe to say in the past like 30 or so, 30 or 40 years at most that like this whole like wingsuit thing probably has been big.
Yeah. This can't be cheap to do either.
I'm sure
Like,
it's
I don't
not.
think skydiving is cheap.
I don't assume so. I assume the equipment and stuff and like getting a repacked parachute isn't like a cheap endeavor.
Like, I'm not even saying owning your. Like, how much does it cost to get a plane to fly up into the air and let you jump out of it?
How much to sky? PA skydiving prices. First tandem jump. So wherever I'm looking at right now, the first jump is 279, and then if you do a second one that same like year, 259. So you save $10, $20.
Crazy.
That's tandem because they're assuming no one. That's more like tourism diving than like
Yeah.
Skydive, birthday special. Maybe like $100 less when it's like yourself.
Maybe, but
That's
still, that's
I
still
looked
not
up a
cheap.
different site and it's looking like maybe $100 less on average than. Basically, you're not paying an instructor for 100. Like the 100 seems like you're
Yeah.
paying for like 2 less hours of like $50 instructor lessons, basically. I don't. I don't. I wouldn't want to be an instructor or a tandem person.
No, I'm okay.
It's fair enough. Like if you want to do it, you do it. But the last thing I want is to every time you do it, always be strapped with someone that has no experience. Like you're strapping yourself to an unknown every time.
Yeah, like how crazy are they gonna go when we get out the plane?
Yeah. But whatever. Anyways, yes. Speaking of Formula One, it is the last race this weekend before the summer break. So we won't have anything to talk about with it till August, end of
Yeah.
August. However, the after summer break races are the Williams Special Livery races. So I should be able to get some sick merch
Fancy.
of the
Nice.
golf I want a hat. I want a golf like Williams hat. I'm waiting for them to go on sale.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool.
And then I get the papaya. And if he gets to tell me it's not papaya, and I get to tell him, look at my papaya, and then we argue probably for a little bit. But, you know, that's what I'm looking forward to, Bruno. The
Papaya.
my own papaya. Um, Saul, do you ever go on the Pennsylvania subreddit
I have
on
been
Reddit?
there, not super frequently, but I have been there.
One of the posts today when I was reading at work over lunch was, "Tell me about Reading."
Oh God. In
I
Reading?
you know, I don't think they were like. I think they even said at the end that they don't have to live in Reading, but like it's just when people that don't understand, they just wanna live where they shouldn't. But I think there were good comments, like just move to somewhere like close, like Wyomissing or something like that. Just commute in.
Yeah, I mean you can, but it's still Reading. You still have to commute into Reading, and that does not sound fun to me.
Come on, every day you have to go into Reading. You can stop by the Chinese store and get some good rice.
Dude, I need to go there again.
Yeah. Don't drive your like Kia, or he'll be like
Dude,
the Buffalo
apparently.
boy that lost his smoking. Um, I wonder. So I know Fredo, Damon lease their cars. I wonder what would happen, and they lease Kias. I wonder
Yeah,
what would happen if like your leased Kia gets stolen.
it's the same thing. It's insurance.
Yeah, but it's like weirdly not your car. Like,
Yeah, but it's your responsibility kind of thing.
yeah, it's not my fault. I leased a car from you guys, and it was easy for the boys to break into. Like, are you on the hook for anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have to return a car after your lease is over,
Yeah, but it was stolen.
and you still have to return the car.
Return the broken glass.
That's that's why you're required to have insurance.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. Just a thought I had. 'Cause I know a lot of them rent their Kias. It'd be the
Yeah.
last car I'd want.
I have never heard fantastic things about Kias. They
Um,
seem like a good deal because they give you features for low price,
yeah,
but then the car doesn't work.
I don't know if they came out with like a news article about like the Jeep Grand Cherokee boys are now a thing and they're robbing them everywhere. I think I would like work on selling my car and pivot to
You
one
think
not
so?
notorious. I would probably try to get rid of it if it's like a notorious idea that I couldn't park my car places, or else I'd expect it to be like
Fair. Yeah.
USB. I forget the mechanism, however dumb it is to like be stolen.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is they're disabling the interlock and the like somehow making it so that you don't need a key to turn the car on. So you just shove something in the ignition and turn it. And people have been using like USB cables because it's got a small flat end. You just shove that in and turn it.
Ah, remember, if your car fob ever dies, you just put it like butt end against the button and push it in and it starts.
Yeah, you have told me. I will remember that.
They got that technology that I don't really know how it works.
I have a recall for my truck. Something about the
Yeah.
tailgate.
Oh. The last recall I had was for a software update. I think it was like burn oil equal less.
Ah, yes.
Um,
The infamous less burning oil. Yeah.
uh, keep a mental note on how often you change your key fob battery. I've had to do it 3 times in my car so far,
Okay. I will try and keep a note of that.
but I think it's because it's used so often for
I
everything now.
hope I don't have to do that often, but we'll see.
Super easy to do. At least my keys, it's like super meant to like
Gotcha.
you're not like I never felt like I was breaking plastic. It always felt like it was meant to be taken apart to put a new battery in. An intentional action.
That that's good.
Um,
I'm gonna watch a
yeah, I've
video
had them
right
die.
now about how hard it is to do.
Mine was like I flip a little lever and like the plastic separates. I take out a thing and then battery out and in.
A CR 2450? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy a special battery.
Mine is. It's look like literally pry the plastic off of the back of it. Great. Love that. And then yank out this fat ass battery. Cool.
Oh,
Love prying plastic clips.
mine's a little coin.
This looks like a big chonky coin. You gotta
Oh,
remember, my
maybe
key fob's the size of a brick and weighs
I
just
forgot
about as
about that.
much.
So maybe you won't have to charge or change yours as often.
Maybe. Yeah, mine looked like a really thick watch battery in the video.
Mine's a thick watch battery, but like
The
again,
size
still
of
like
like
a
a
coin.
quarter or bigger.
Mine mine reminds me of like a CMOS battery.
Okay. Mine's way bigger, way thicker
Yeah.
from the looks of it.
Um, but again, it's just super used a lot because it does a signal for all um the sense things. Because that sends a signal. Um,
Yeah,
all
like the
the
walking up things.
button starts, all the remote starts, all the. It's used a lot more than other cars used to be, and I've had to replace the battery a few times
Yeah.
now. Maybe the battery sucked and I shouldn't have had to, but I don't. Everything I can tell is it's just pretty normal, and that it was
Yeah.
designed easily enough to do it.
I wonder how much it gets used because, like, when I use my key, I rarely press buttons on my key. I just walk up, grab my handle, or click a button and walk away on the handle of my truck. So I don't know if that's better or worse than a button press. It's probably worse, to be honest.
Probably is because it probably takes more. Because like if you press like the button on your car, it probably does a broadcast
A
out to the
check.
thing where,
Yeah.
so it's probably always checking for a signal to some degree. It's not like it's NFC. It's too the distance between like you hitting the
Yeah,
button
it's
and
too
then in your
far.
pocket for like any sort of like low frequency powering.
Yeah.
So it must always have to be listening to some degree.
I
Which I'm not saying
have
it's a lot of
noticed that my remote works from farther away too. Like
I
it's got a good distance to it.
with
So,
yours it would have to like it would have to.
like if I go to the grocery store and park really far away,
Yeah.
this has happened to me because it started pouring while I was in the grocery store. So I unlocked my truck before I ran out to it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was a good like 100 yards away, and it worked.
Again, your fob is so massive it would have to.
Yeah, just fucking brick. Stupid brick.
Um
Speaking of, that's how I found that YouTuber in the past. The one that did the climbing stuff.
yeah.
I was looking for a small climbing carabiner for my keys.
Yeah, you
So,
need an industrial grade one to keep that fucking keychain in line.
yeah, exactly. That's what it is. I just wanted a nice carabiner. That's all it was to it. But that's how I got there.
Do you clip it to your belt loop?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I bought a Camp Nano climbing carabiner. It's rated for like 22 kilonewtons or something. It's like a ridiculous amount of weight.
Well, I'm
But
sure.
yeah, it's like 4,000 pounds or something.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Um,
I'm sure you're. I'm sure. You know, it wasn't like a dollar store got the carabiner out. I'm sure it like.
but it's really nice and I enjoy it a lot. It's a
I'm
great
sure you do.
carabiner.
It's just if like you would have come up to me and be like, Nick, what would you tell me about this carabiner? I'm like, oh, you could probably hoist your whole truck weight with it, and like,
Almost. Hold on.
and it probably has a slow clip, like good like
Ooh.
lever action, and you know, if you strike it on a certain material, it could start a fire in an emergency
No,
situation.
it's aluminum, no sparky spark.
Okay.
What is the weight limit of these carabiners?
I just would assume that your carabiner on your keychain wouldn't have been like, oh, I went to Gander Mountain and like got this. I like,
Nah, yeah, it's a nice one. I
I
like
can,
I am very happy with it though.
I'm sure you are. But again, I like we're debating on whether it can lift your car up or not. Yeah, if at that rate, I would hope it's a nice carabiner.
Oh, God, come on, give me a okay 20. 20. What is 20 kilonewtons?
That's not a real thing. People, what? Why?
Ooh, it depends. It's nope. I can't. It's close though.
That's crazy to me that it's
We're
close.
talking like, depending on the spec, it's 46 to 5,000 pounds, right?
Hmm.
Looking like kilonewtons to pounds, we're at like 44.96. So we're like as little as 150 pounds away.
Which is again a crazy idea that like it's still close enough in my book that it probably could pick up your car for a couple seconds at least before any failure would occur.
Yeah. No, yeah. Absolutely.
You'd probably
You
get
would
it off the ground.
absolutely get half of it off the ground, no problem.
You'd have probably all four wheels off for at least a couple seconds before any failure did occur. Like it
Yeah,
wouldn't be an immediate
probably.
failure with those margins.
Probably. And
But yeah,
usually
okay.
they're underrated, so it probably would just work, honestly. Like
Yeah.
you're close enough that it would probably just work.
I'm not surprised by this carabiner choice. I'm hoping it's great because it can pick up your car or hold the weight of your car. Probably wasn't even that expensive either.
Nope, it wasn't.
Like $20,
Not even.
15 and a half.
No, we're talking like single digits.
What?
$7. It'll be there
Damn.
tomorrow. Not really, but it'll be there.
Ew. It has. I don't
What?
like the bar. I don't like that bar.
Okay, when you look at the alternative, that bar is great.
Okay.
It's a wire gate climbing carabiner, if that means anything to anybody listening. As opposed to like a screw lock or a twist lock.
Yeah.
Like what would
Twist
you
lock.
prefer?
None.
You just want a hook.
No, I just don't fucking like. I hate carabiner.
That's fair.
I don't like hanging stuff off me. Let alone like my keys, my water bottle. I don't like hanging shit. I do like that one though. That first one.
The first, okay, yeah. That can
Low
only hold
profile.
855 pounds though. That's
That's
not enough.
fine. It's fine. It's a lot of weight. That's like me. Like I would, if I needed an emergency carabiner to hold like a rope with me and Madeline dangling from it, that's still like us 3 times over. Like that's still fine. I like it's an appropriate amount of weight to be happy with.
Yeah, fair.
You know?
I don't know. It was one of those rabbit holes I went down and saw it was like $7 and was like, okay, I want one of these. So I bought
No,
one.
I understand. I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. This is more just like making sense. This is keeping like a constant in the universe that like you have an overspec item for its job.
I kind of want another one so that I could put it on my dad's keychain for the van because I hate that carabiner. Now that I know a good one, I should buy one.
And this is like a fact of the universe that you have overspec piece of equipment for its job.
Like, what if I'm in a situation that I'm like, huh, I need something to clip onto that. I got it. It's all my keys. Done.
You know, right. Your keys, you know,
They'll rip the loop off of my pants. No problem.
do you even own rope that would be able to be weight rated to the carabiner's like weight?
Maybe not rope, but I have slings that would be. Yeah.
Okay.
I could get there. Or like
Wait,
a winch.
fair. What? Wait, what? What vehicle do you have as a winch? Your Razor have a winch?
Yeah.
Okay.
4,500 pound winch. It's almost as good as the carabiner.
Bam. Hook that.
Match made in heaven.
Fucking wrap it around, tie it off. Then you can just carabiner yourself. Just
Yep.
carabiner yourself to a tree, and bam.
Also, like chains. I have straps.
I assume the
I don't.
chains might be a little thick for it.
Yeah. I'm not a huge rope person. I don't know.
Maybe we could be though.
Maybe.
Paracord.
I do have some of that somewhere. You double that up enough times and you got the weight rating.
Yeah, isn't like paracord like super great for like weight,
It's supposed to be good for 550 pounds.
but like when they double it up or strand it up, doesn't it like
Oh,
exponentially?
two is two,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, knots take away strength rating, but doubling up is good, yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like we learned something today. I don't know what we learned.
I don't know either. No. Oh, you know what we did learn? I've been seeing lightning bugs lately.
I too. I have so many. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
We've talked about that in the past.
I
And I was
am
like,
doing
I keep seeing them.
I'm doing everything in my power to give them like a fighting chance.
I
I
feel
miss
like
lightning.
there's more than the past few years.
I don't know why, but like I'm definitely
No clue.
enjoying it. I've seen almost no lantern flies as of yet, and I feel like I
Saw
should
one
be if
today.
did you? I've seen almost none, and I used to live in some hotspot areas, so I don't know if like they've been good at controlling them. They're not going yet, but I personally haven't seen them in a while now.
Yeah, I saw one today, unfortunately.
Do you kill it?
It was out of reach.
Ah, I've debated if um I start seeing them at my house. I think I might get one of those salt guns.
Hmm.
Ah.
They were fairly robust bugs. I don't know how strong those salt gun things are, but you know,
I don't know.
no clue.
Well, I think we can end it there for another week
Sounds good.
because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.